Right, and it's me again. Surprise! I'm still exactly where I was a moment ago. You know what? I should probably have a plan before I start another episode. But I don't, and I've already started. So what do I need? I need to just keep building my thing. For science! I'll have to take a look at it sometime soon. So wait a minute. Part of my plan here was to make a lava tube, wasn't it? Should I do anything at the top to complete this lava tube, or should I just... I don't really... Actually, after some of the things I saw out east, or southeast, I'm not sure I want to build this tower for much longer. I think I might just make this a vacation tower and build a house like jutting off of it. Sort of like what we just saw at Caffeine's place. Except not. And then go out to some of these other locations I saw. Because I saw this amazing thing. I already mentioned it. It was a K sliced out of the landscape. Quite naturally, I did not do it. It would have been a waste of time to even try. But on the way, I saw a ravine. And I was walking over. I saw, wait a minute, there's leaves below me. And then I realized, wait a minute, there are jungle leaves below me. So I found my way down in through a waterfall. And I went down to the bottom. I have a screenshot. I will visit it on camera sometime, just not right now, because it's a long walk. It'll take me an episode and a half to get back there, though I do know where it is. And quite literally, growing from the bottom of the ravine to about 3/4 of the way up to the top was a jungle tree. And this was like, oh my god, it nudged its way right in between two sides of this thing, and it was great. The problem is, if I built anything there, it would be spoiled. And I'm gesturing with my hands again. Okay, do I need any of this? I don't have enough experience to merge these together. Otherwise, that would be kind of cool. Right, well, I don't need anything from this. I do need these guys. Thank you, me, for remembering this early. You know what? I bet I could use Quicktime at the very least to speed this up. So, here, let me not talk for a moment. Oh. Well, so much for that. I forgot that I had gotten down there another way and built up the last time. Dang. Well, you know what? I know this is going to go all the way down, so I will just do that. I'll have a stairwell going all the way to the bottom in time. You know what? I know the coordinates of some of the neat locations out east that I was mentioning a moment ago, so I could build portals. I've got enough spare obsidian. I won't subject you guys to that during this episode. I'll do it in between. But that means next episode I can probably show you. By the time this happens, I will have forgotten entirely. I apologize in advance. Dunk, dunk. Okay. So you can see I've already reached magma to an extent. I have to decide what to do about that. Oop, I lost it. There we go. There, that's how I got in. So I built up from the bottom Actually, I have the bit filled in there. So what do I do? Is there anything I should worry about here? Man. Oh, you know what I needed? I needed this stuff for the tube. There must still be some down here somewhere. Oh, yes. Haha. Fools. Right. Oh, you know, the problem is I never know the way back up. I feel like this is familiar. I try not to get stuck down here on camera. Then I never find my way out again. See? Come on. Once the stairwell is all the way down in, this won't be as big a deal. I might have spokes heading out in various directions. And I know this isn't it, because I've been here before. Oh, I found this the other day. I have already exploited it. But it's nice to find anyways. Which means this is not the right way either. And so I go this way. Naturally. Oh, man. Okay. Here. Let me cut it off here and pick back up when I find my way out. So I don't need, you guys don't need to see this. Alright, people. I have found my way back to the spire anyway, so I'm just gonna cut my way up and... Oh, that's problematic. Or not so much. And ramble as I cut my way back up. At this point, though, I'm not sure how this affects where I cut the episode off, because I've already sliced off into a good 5 minutes worth of stuff. That's okay. This won't take too long, I don't think. Oops, I don't need to do that. Plus, this will reduce the amount of work a little bit later, carving my way back down again. Some of it will already be done. I suppose that's 2 stones with 1 bird. Unladen swallows and all that. Bridge. Getting there. Crap. Oops. Trixie. Well. Okay, so I've gotten out. And that's giving me a chance to fill this in. But I don't wish you'd be that much. Okay. Anyways, there we go. So I will crawl back up to the top. I will speed my way back up again, so give me a second. Alright, so I have arrived back at the top. Sort of, oh, yeah, pretty much. Just occurred to me I'll have to find my way all the way up to the top. And do this. Watch. Oops. Gah. Did I literally? Oh yes, because I had 5. That's right. There we go. Oops. I'm gonna have to go back and get that. Oh well. Check this out. Magma. Going all the way down. I'm not even catching up with it. This really serves no purpose, but it will be nice. It keeps everything well lit. That's for sure. I hope. It's looking a little bit dull in there. Is that because of the glass or because... Oh well. Okay, so you know what? That's a project completed, sort of, kind of. I should do something else now. I mean, I still have the top of the tower to figure out. I'm not sure if I want to do that at the moment. Let's see. Building things. See, I got the tools. Tools and tool-like substances. Did I give her 2? I think I did. Good. And put those down here. I don't need this anymore. At least not for the moment. Okay. Very super. I hope glass doesn't melt. See, how is that even... Jeez. I also noticed this. Not that it's important, but these, the garden spots appear to be treated differently by the water. Oh, something else happened earlier where I fell. Yeah, okay. Over here, I think. And I hit one of these, and it burst open and produced seeds, which is not what I was expecting. It left the melon behind, but it made a bunch of seeds. 1, 2, 3. Is that all I got? Okay. I have more of anything. I should bring these upstairs. This as well. Eventually all of this will go, but... Tool, tool, tool. Tool, tool. What's in here? Tool, tool. Tool. Sort of. I should plant some of this stuff. Tool. Oh, that's where the rest of it is. Very good. Okay. So, what should I build? Boring. Ah. Sorry, I seem to be concentrating fairly intently and yet still not accomplishing much. Okay, so I found my way out of the caverns over here once, so I made sure to put down a torch so that it would stand out in case I wanted to go down that way sometime. So let's see. Which way is this? This is sunset. Indeed. So, any rooms, or all the exits should be on this side. Which means the building will be largely exposed and kind of cradle up against this face of the mountain. I might as well start building something for myself. Just so... Hey, I have storage beyond living in a little cave. Let's... And again, I could build on the other side as well. And leave this side slightly different. I could do it on both sides. They would be half a floor offset from each other, but if they're distinct rooms, then I suppose it wouldn't matter. So here's the other side. You can see I have sort of less to work with in terms of exposure, but that might be what I'm looking for. So if I start building a house off this way, then hey, you know, it interacts with the landscape a little bit better. And it kind of goes towards the little curvature over there, which is kind of nice. So how about we do that? Let's build on this side. At least to begin with. Which means... that works pretty well. Or is it because of this? Nope, that's pretty much it. Right. Okay, so this way. Oh, I forgot. This makes an even symmetry. Not really a problem, but... I find odd symmetries will be a little bit easier to work with, but they're always defeated by these portals, which are even on one side. On this side specifically. So it's not terrible, I suppose, but... What do you think? Should I offset? Do I have the means? No, I don't. I would like to use some wood in here. I'm going to have to start clearing some of this as well. Let's go one further. Haha, look at that. Very cool. It looks like the next one up comes up perfectly under that. Okay. One more down. Ooh. Thou shalt be filled in. Oh, I didn't bring it with me. Okay. I will dig with my boots. No, I won't. That would be boring. Actually. One more up. Hey y'all. Hee. Very cool. This one might not be able to go anywhere. It'll just be a window. Or perhaps if there were an upper garden. Oh god, I'm gesturing again. You can't see this. Going that way. Like straight out. A raised garden of some sort up here. Then you could walk out onto it from here. How does that sound? Everybody's enthused. Every one person, yes? Excuse me. Actually, these are tools, so I will move those out. Tool. Sort of tool. Sort of tool. Tool. Magic. Did I have magic somewhere else? I did. Tool, sort of tool. Tool. Or am I thinking her horde? Oh well. Let me clean this up. Without breaking the glass. That would suck. Okay. I do not have a plan. Do I have any wood up here yet? Yes, I do. I like spruce. I like the two extremes. I like spruce the best. Spruce and birch. Quite the best. Darn. Darn. Would require ink sacks. Which he won't, you know, being a strict vegan, he will not want to get, which makes sense. Yeah, well, not really. Dropped by squids, which are nice, but are nice, and thus things. Thungs! Brain. So I need to collect more of this. They used to. Come to think of it. I don't recall last time I saw any. Now I'm wondering. I need to make myself an enchanting table. Just not right now. Right. Boink. So this is an oak. I don't need oak right now. I need this guy. And I'm pretty religious about collecting saplings. I have orange wool. That's about it. See? Sapling! Yeah, I can imagine. He's been wandering around out in the deserts. Oh, very good. You know, the lag has dried up. It's not been anywhere near as bad as it was when I first got this server started. I'm not sure if they have dynamic resource allocation. If they do, they haven't been making me pay for it. Oh, I wanted spruce as well, right? I think there's one right there. I'm sure I've mentioned this already, but I want sequoias in this game. Please have sequoias. Because I want them. I'm sure lots of other people do too. The trouble with spruce and birch is the trees never get very big. So you don't get much wood. Whereas, you know, a giant jungle tree or the proclivity, is that right? The vast population base. Sorry. It's easy to get those woods. These guys, however, take a bit more work. Woohoo! Somebody has stepped up. Very good. Trade him a diamond. Hello. Are you kidding? Okay. Where was he getting them before? See? I must plant new trees. In case you... Jeez, I'm pointing at the screen. You can't see me. Trees and beyond. I made those as well. I made them. Me, personally, I made those trees. I just like that in Minecraft, the act of chopping down a forest has the side effect of increasing the size of the forest. Why can't we have that problem in real life? As it is, and this is me getting into political mode for a highly controlled period of time. We're desperately low on... We're wiping out forests everywhere we go. I understand people want wood. I understand people want paper, biofuels, but when we can't breathe anymore and when the temperatures are absolutely going haywire, I think people will wish we still had trees. Let's see. That was a highly simplistic version, but it's not entirely untrue. I also wish this effect would take care of itself. That looks like it was part of another tree. Did I just shave that off a minute ago? Trees are important to our survival. Absolutely. Intensely so. Unfortunately, the people who are cutting them down are often poor and living near on the edge. Or not necessarily, I don't know, but... And, you know, I'm talking like uncontrolled or even illegal tree poaching in places like Brazil, where they want extra room to grow crops, which is understandable. And there's such a worldwide demand for things people don't even think about, like toilet paper, and yet it's decimating thousands of acres of forest on a regular basis. I can't give you a time unit at the moment, but for simple things like this, we're losing the ability to regulate carbon and breathe, because the carbon, not so much the carbon, but when methane gets into the air from methane clathrates and such, or when we breathe, or you know, all the animals and stuff, oxygen is drawn down and carbon goes up. We actually have less air to breathe, even as we have more people who need to breathe it. This is kind of a problem, and unfortunately, by the time it becomes obvious, it will be far too late. Because gloom and doom, right? I get frustrated. I'll try to keep that to some other kind of VCast, so that I don't harass people who just want to watch Minecraft with topics of dire consequences. Or, to some, still seem controversial. Let's see, what can I talk about instead? I appear to be just cutting down trees at this point and not making anything. I could have done that off camera. Oh well. I should cut that guy down and spread. Have two of them afterwards. Didn't I just cut a tree? It was over here. Sorry, I really don't want to miss any saplings. There it is. Especially birch. I need lots of birch, since I'll be using it in my construction. I don't really have any ideas yet on what I want to build for rooms jutting off of this tower. I mean, I should just look at the rooms logically, I suppose. I need a bedroom, I need a storage room, a lab / library, or maybe one of each. I need a smithy of some sort. I really am sort of a jack of all trades kind of in-game character. We're all kind of responsible for doing our own thing rather than any kind of specialization, it seems. Is that close? Okay, that should do. Let's see. Good enough. Let us use what I have snatched from here and make stuff. See? Look at this. You've never seen so much wood before in all of your Minecraft viewings I'm going to have to cut this guy down just because it'll be in the way. Don't worry, little tree. Your descendants shall proliferate across the landscape. Aw, music. Now this one. This music. This is Shinkai material, or Shinkai style. Not to be confused with Gangnam style. Is everybody sick of that yet? I hope so. I found articles about Gangnam style getting into discussion of how it's actually sort of a subversive satire critique of South, or at least the rich portions of South Korea. And that, you know, the general person listening to this had no idea that was what was going on. Like, there were phrases in the I gotta talk about something, I'm sorry. There were phrases in the song about coffee. And this went right over almost everybody's heads, but shit, I didn't just do this. The thing is, like, the Gangnam district, I think it's of Seoul, you know, it's one of those neighborhood type deals, is particularly posh, I guess you say, but it's not sustainably so. It's, what am I getting at? Basically, it lives off credit. The entire society, not all of Korea, but I mean this particular area. And coffee is actually not the easiest thing to get. So when you have a coffee shop, they're paying through the nose for coffee. And the research behind it found out that actually a large number of people, they have to scrimp. They have to go without basic necessities to be able to afford to go to the coffee shop. But this is what they do, because to appear and make a showing of yourself at a coffee shop tells others how well off you are and how cool you are. So to something, you know, I guess we have Starbucks, but, you know, to us it seems like a normal thing to be able to go and get some coffee, and people aren't strutting through the coffee shop showing off their coffee purchasing ability. And yet over there it's a thing. And that's kind of interesting and maybe a little sad at the same time. And the song was making fun of this, and those of us here who just were listening to it for its catchy tune had no idea that this guy was actually critiquing his own nation for some of its somewhat more flamboyant expenditures, you know, basically on credit. The whole song is about stuff like this, which is why it seems goofy to us, but it's actually, I mean, it is satire. And I've gone and talked about something I never thought I would talk about when I started this, and I'm just wandering in circles. So look, okay, let's do something constructive. I'm so bad at this. I need rooms. And I didn't get... Frig. Okay. Right, so I've chosen two colors of... See, look at that, it's a different color. Two colors of wood to use, which means I have to use them for different things. Whoops, which is not that. Damn it. I really have got to make better decisions. This is going to be a hallway. Okay, I'm sorry, this is a hallway. I must make progress. So supposedly then, the next... no, there's 2 stories up further from here. Hello, welcome back. So I guess this means that it will proceed outwards for a while. Straight out. Serve as a central corridor. Oops. That gives me a basis, something to work from. Because like I said on previous occasions, I work organically. I just sort of let the building grow according to what looks good at the time. And I really don't have much... I haven't been presented with too many circumstances where I wish I had planned ahead. It seems to work out most of the time. I mean, organics work out most of the time. DNA is just a... Oh no, it's a pretty detailed instruction set. Ignore me. Hello, cat. Not a good time to start begging. So yeah, we'll build... I wonder how far down I want to go. Because, I mean, there's only so much I need. Should I import some... You're a very nice cat, but this is a bad time. No. Get down. I know you've been fed, so that's not it. I mean, this could be quite big, and I suppose that's not really a problem, exactly. But if it's going to be too big, I want villagers or something. And if I'm going to have villagers, I have to get them from somewhere. And unfortunately, this location is not near any known villages. Actually, I believe there's some off that way. But they're at least 1 kilometer away. Maybe more. So that won't be the most pleasant of projects. Is there a minimum threshold one has to bring in, like 3, before villagers will take? Does anybody know? Haha, it's 819. It's a special number to me. I shouldn't even mention it. Okay, I'll just put that away. Okay. What was I going to do? Oh, I'm stupid. I was going to do something like this. I like using half slabs. Oh, half slabs. Yes, I am now going to start talking like vintage beef. Right, so here's a good starting point. Oh, Sarrington has left the game. Bye! Let's see. Squish. I think I'll put him 1 down. Which means I'll have to do the same down here. Whoops, that's not going to work. Yes, indeed. So maybe my hallways will be light colored and room floors will be dark. How about that? It's not terribly important, but I want to decide upon something. Boink. 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 Now, see, if I have doorways, the door frame will have to sit. Door frames do not sit one recessed or one accessed, whatever. So a door will have to be... Being 1 above the hall is not going to cause any problems that I can think of off the top of my head. Boink, boink, boink. Maybe I can start making some things here. Things. Did I run out? Yes, I did. Okay. Granted, this isn't going to look like anything yet, but I'm curious, nevertheless. Well, I have a long way to go. And I think I'll cut this off. I'll call it an episode for sure. But I think I'm going to do something else for a while. My PS3 had to be repaired recently, and the guy who repaired it was saying that this kind of coolant cream kind of stuff had been used up, which sounds a lot like planned obsolescence to me, which does not please me. Not his fault. But he said to restore it along with the new gel, whatever it is, I have to use it in spurts, like play for an hour, give it a 15-minute break, play for an hour, whatever. And I, having been out to California for the past week and then working ever since, I haven't really had a chance to play. So I'm not sure if I'm failing in my duty or if it's fine being cool for this long. But I think I'll go do that. Skyrim needs me, and I haven't been playing. I have yet to finish it, even after like a year and a half of owning it, which I think is actually a good thing. There's so much content that you can get away with not completing the game. So I'll wish everybody good night. I think, wow, this is, if the last episode was 5, this must be 6. I'll find out when I start compiling these. This one is going to be a little bit trickier, since I'm going to be snipping pieces off and then speeding them up and then putting them back in and then trying to overlay some sort of audio clip. All possible in QuickTime, but would probably be much easier in Premiere or After Effects. However, I do have now a 2-episode buffer ahead of me, so I'll have the time to figure it out. So, all right, everybody have a good night.